All right, y'all. So either before or after this, there'll be a more formal 35-week video. But I figured you'd get ready with me for a callback where I could talk about, I made a little post-it of the things that I did in week 35. Today we are in week 36, which is crazy. Week countdown, max. Out of control, but very real and very true. And I don't know, it just feels like, I don't know, not that I'm excited, that's not the right word. I'm excited about the birthing experience, but I have a lot of curiosity around the unknown, particularly because I mentioned this probably in a former video, but when I went to the chiropractor a few weeks ago, there were 3 women that came in that were in labor. And when you watch TV or movies, labor just looks like right before, like an hour before the baby pops out. So the fact that these 3 women, and it appeared that they had all driven themselves. These 3 women came in and they got bumped before me, which was totally fine because I was just in awe. They were put in order by whose contractions were the closest together, which was kind of crazy to see them like looking at each other's apps and stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these women are in labor. The woman's body is just so phenomenal. Anyway, so I'm just like curious, and my doula actually called today. She scared me. I thought something happened. Though she's gonna be like, "Girl, I gotta go out of town." I was like, "What?" But no, she just literally wanted to try to see if I was available to chat. Also, y'all, do I need to say this? I'm not a makeup girly. It's gonna come out great, but you may do stuff differently and blase blue. Like, I'm not a makeup artist, but I have a lot of makeup artist friends, and I've gotten my makeup done a lot, and I've had private lessons. So what I do works for me. If you need a quick face beat and this works for you, hopefully this is quick, because I always feel like, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I feel like a lot of the makeup girlies take longer. Not even if they're doing a makeup tutorial, but like get ready with me because they're talking. So we'll see if I take longer because I'm yapping my gums. And I'm sitting on a chair right now because that's where we're at when we're doing our makeup now. Tis the season. So she called me today. We talked for like 10 minutes, and she too was like, I won't say your birth will be easy. I don't want to use that word. She's like, but I just feel like it's going to go really, really well and as smoothly as it can. She's like, because you're just so active, this, that, and the third. And I was like, I feel that too. I really do. I feel like I could just open my leg to the side and she'd just fall out. I know that's not how it works, but I'm just saying. Okay, so what happened last week during my 35th week? So this section of the video will cover more so things I did, how I was feeling in that moment. And then my more sit down formal part will talk about mental, emotional, physical, and what is to come this week that I need to work on. Because I'm just getting back. I got back at midnight last night from my rendezvous that I'll share in a second. So Monday, which was day 3 of week 35. But I just like to start on Monday, so we'll consider it day 1. I went to the dentist, so I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I have had dental trauma since I was a child. Like, my dentist office burned down. It didn't burn down to the ground, but the office burned pretty bad, and the middle of my file survived. That's how crazy my teeth were as a kid. My grandmother, God rest her soul, a lot of mental health challenges. I also was a kid. My mom didn't have a lot of support. I ate a lot of candy. So I always had cavities. So the fact that I didn't have new cavities now, I actually need to take a second and celebrate. Thank you, God. Sometimes it's hard to see the progress when all you see is like the things that they're telling you could do better. And I don't know why, but the dentist just breaks me. I don't know if it's like my goody two shoe, not like wanting to be perfect at everything and hearing that I'm not doing something right. I just don't know how to take it. Okay, is this a therapy session? I don't know. Might need one. But I cried during the cleaning because it's a deeper cleaning and it hurts. And I couldn't get any anesthesia, obviously, because they don't feel safe with me being so close to birth. So I had to thug it out. And he was thorough. He was so nice, but he was so thorough. And it was so painful. But your girl survived. She thugged it out. I had a few thug tears. I played some music during it. I think I played like some gospel. Or just like some worship music because your girl, it was rough. But we survived, and we press on. And they just basically said I need to floss better. I think I need to order. I'm going to put that on my to-do list, which is on my phone, which is what I'm using right now. But hopefully I remember to-do list is to get better floss. Because I feel like he was barely getting his floss between my teeth. But the floss that I have, I feel like I could slip it through every single tooth. So I think I got like the Dollar Tree brand. So that's what I got. Let me know what y'all are using. It's giving Dollar Tree, right? Reach. He said he uses Glide. They use Glide there, so I should have asked him to give me something for free. Come up off it. I'm paying for this session. Give me something for free. So I need to do that. So that's that. He said I just need to floss better. And my water pick is helping, but not enough. So I also think I need to change the head on the water pick to something a little more intense. Tuesday, I had a private for voiceover. Normally, I coach voiceover. I have not been coached in voiceover in a very long time. So it was really cool to be a student again. The teacher I work with, Austin, he's one of our affiliate coaches. So whenever someone wants to do animation, which is like video games, cartoons, things like that, movies, I send them to him. And he really helped me realize that I do have some kind of potential. And once again, this probably goes right back to the dentist thing. One thing I learned as a life coach and voiceover coach is that everything is always connected, even if you don't see it at first. But part of why I have a hard time with animation is because you have to create characters. You're not just making voices like, Piggy doesn't like for, like, you're not just making sounds. You're creating a character. And I feel really silly when I do that. And for some reason, I have a very hard time being silly. Like, not being silly, because I'm silly all the time. Let me not say that. Sounding silly, like creating a voice and it not sounding good. And I had this same conversation with a client of mine who felt the same way about the TV film. Like, I'm just afraid to play and be childlike. And I think that's how I feel, and that's why I've been shying away from that. And I do mostly like commercials and things that just lend to my natural voice. So I felt really good about that audition. Doesn't matter if I book it or not. Probably didn't because it's already been the week and I haven't heard anything. But when I'm, in postpartum, that's pretty much the only thing I can do when I want to, because I don't need, I don't have to be on camera or be talking to anybody. I can just do my own thing. So we'll see if I indulge in that a little bit more. Oh, I screwed up. Oh, the worst is when you do a really nice eye and then you screw up your lash and you get lash glue on said beautiful eye and you have to redo it. It's okay. Spanish. So I got back into Spanish. I have a new teacher. I think I have to find a middle ground. So my last teacher he got too comfortable with me because we've been working with each other for years. And like there were times where he'd be on his phone and I can hear it because the app they use is not like Zoom where you can like put the auto noise suppressor on so you can't hear background noise. I can hear him texting and I would like say something in Spanish and there'd be a delay because he can't text and talk at the same time. So I decided to try another person who's more structured. But honestly, I don't think I'm feeling her and I think I'm trying to force it. I don't know. And I'm probably just being picky, but little things just annoy me. Like, we'll meet on Monday. Or like, we'll meet on Monday and she'll be like, how has your week been? But I think she's just asking out of obligation because I'm like, it's Monday, 11 a.m. The week hasn't started. So instead of just being a little bit more intentional and being like, how was your weekend? How was last week? How was the thing you did before? I feel like she just says it out of obligation. And then I feel like forced to figure out what happened in the last 2 hours that I've been awake. And then I like that she's covering some old stuff, but a lot of it is stuff that I'm never going to use. And I'm really big on now learning Spanish with things that I'm going to use. So some of the assignments, I'm like, girl, I am never, like, learning the word skydive is not the most important thing right now. So can we like go into the past tense? Because that's what I need, you know. I don't know. It seems like we're both not into it. So I think I'm going to take class with her this week and next week and then tell her, you know, I'm going on break and then just not return and try somebody else once I'm back in the mood. But she was good for, you know, a short time, not a long time. And, you know, teaching Spanish to my daughter is going to be very important to me. So I also want to find somebody that works with kids that can help me with like creating curriculum for her even as a baby. Like how can, the same way she's developing language, making sure that I'm being intentional, saying hola, hello, hola, so she knows, you know, as she gets older. I took a breastfeeding class Tuesday night online. That was awesome. I learned a lot, mostly what I already knew, that breastfeeding is hard. One way or another, like, and for everybody in a different way. And I totally have respect for women that are breastfeeding their kids at like 3, or women that started breastfeeding their kids and a month later were like, nah, put this fake nipple in your mouth. I get it. It looks like it can be, it also looks like it can bruise the ego a lot. My friend Michelle sent me a video about, you know, how women can get so caught up in like their milk supply and feeling less than. And I told her, I was like, I don't know if I'm just delusional or like, but like, if you're not taking this titty, then move to another city. No, I'm just kidding. If you're not taking this titty, then I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and pay the amount. Like, I don't think I feel less than a woman if I don't have a lot of supply. I mean, I'd be annoyed only because I've been carrying these big titties all my life, and I'm like, finally put them to some good use, minus the men oogling. And then just like, nah, or she doesn't want to latch right or whatever. I'd just be annoyed, but I'm like, okay, now we put her on the bottle and Adam can, you know, take nights a bit more and whatever. We'll just roll with it. Like, I had this conversation with my line sisters this weekend. I think we can get so caught up in this list of expectations. Like, we want it all, and we want it all the way we want it. And that's just not possible. You can have it all, not at the same time, and probably not all how you want it, because most of the things you're doing are not just affecting you. So everybody's opinion, you know, that's involved has to weigh in. And when you have a baby who can't say opinion, but has one, even at that age, you know, or preference, you got to roll with it. So I'm feeling better about, you know, whatever that means. I'm feeling better about it. And we'll see what happens. OB appointment. I went by myself because Adam was not feeling well, so he slept that morning. I was like, don't come in with the coughs. They're going to think you got something, so don't, stay home. So he stayed home. Length of stomach was perfect. Weight gain is perfect. I'm still on that 1 pound a week. I think I was at 156.8 or something like that. So that was good. This next week I have to get the strep B test, which apparently they take a swab. I think I said this last week. They take a swab of my hoo-ha, but apparently they also take a swab of my butthole. So I told Adam, you know, he's squeamish about that stuff. If you want to also not come, or if you want to come with Pepper and y'all sit in the car so you still feel like you're being supportive, I will not be mad, because I don't know how I'm going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be bent over. I don't know what's going to happen, but they got a test, so we're going to do what we got to do. And then most recently, so Friday, I decided to go audition for a musical. Why? Welcome to Aurelia's world. I do my own thing on my own time. And I think representation is important. I think you should see a 9-month pregnant woman at an audition eating the kids up. 40-year-old eating the kids up. And that's what we came to do. So I wore this really cute outfit. If I remember, I'll post it right here. I wore this really cute outfit. I knew 70% of the team behind the table. And when I go into an audition, like, I'm just being me. I'm like, if you picking up what I'm putting down, great. If you're not, even better. So I went in, I sang a song. They asked me to come back today. I submitted a dance video. Should put a little snippet here too, because if y'all don't know, your girl be dancing, okay? They didn't want me to come in, rightfully so, on Sunday and hit a step. One, because I probably would have embarrassed the kids. And I probably would have embarrassed myself because I just would have been out of breath. I would have ate it up, but I would have been out of breath for sure. So they asked me to send video footage, so I did that. I always mess this up, but it's fine. There's just too much on. I need to clean this. And I say that every time and ask me why. That's what she says in them. Ask me if I do. I don't. Okay. I already know there's too much on this side. I'm going to try to take it and put it over here. Okay. We're going to screw it up, but we'll fix it. Oh, it's just too much. Too much neck to Quita. Ugh. Okay, I'll fix it in a second. So they asked me to send in the video, which I think they watched because it said I had 3 views. I put it on YouTube, but I'm not sure. Maybe they'll watch it today. I'll see if there was more views when I'm on my way. But they asked me to come back today at 2 o'clock. So my goal is to get out of here. I said 12:15, but really like 12:20. Get to the post office over here to drop off some books. Did y'all know I have a planner? Hope I remember, otherwise I'm just holding my hand up. Go ahead and get you a 90-day goal planner, and for your friends and your family, so y'all can hit the new year, or some of y'all like me like to start goals at the end of the year because you're great. And go ahead and get you a planner. And then lastly, I spent the weekend with my line sisters. They came out because I can't fly. So how sweet of them 8 of them flew out to spend the weekend with me, and we had our 20th anniversary, which was amazing. And last night I went to the Brandy and Monica concert. It was so good. LL Cool J was there, Mario was there. I was getting my life. It was everything. And I went with my best friend David, and we had a ball. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna leave this video now. Wow, that took me 17 minutes. It was supposed to be a 5-minute face, but I was talking.